Hello everyone and welcome to this week's weekly wear review video where, you guessed it, I'm assuming based on the thumbnail and the title, I'm testing out the very famous, TikTok famous to be specific, mascara from Maybelline. This is the Lash Sensational Sky High Mascara. I have been searching for this for weeks, literal weeks. Anytime. Listen, I was also searching for Pokemon cards, but couldn't find those, couldn't find mascara. What's a girl to do when she can't find Pokemon cards and mascara at Target? She goes to every Target within like an hour radius, and she still can't find it. It's still literally sold out at every single Target I went to over the past couple of weeks, multiple times per week. This better be good. And as I said, people seem to really love this mascara. Here you can see it's got great reviews as well on Maybelline's website. It is about $11.49 depending on where you buy it from. I was finally able to get mine on Ulta's website. They were sold out of the blackest black shade, but I was able to get the very black shade, so hopefully that'll work out. But they say that this is for sky-high lash impact from every angle. It's long-lasting and delivers full volume and limitless length. I mean, I hope there's a limit. If my lashes start drooping and coming down, I don't need my lashes to my boobs. It has an exclusive Flex Tower mascara brush that bends to volumize and extend. It's washable, has bamboo extract and fibers in it for long, full, and lightweight lashes, but they're not going to flake or smudge. It's also suitable for sensitive eyes, which is great because I do have sensitive eyes, and contact lens wearers. Removes easily. Awesome. For application, put it on like any other mascara, and I'm just gonna be honest with you guys, from what I've seen anyways, I don't get the hype of this. I mean, yeah, it makes these models' lashes look nice, but like, it's not super impactful. So I'm a little confused, and this is what I've seen like on TikTok and stuff too, is the people that use it, they're not getting like stellar results, you know, like I get from my Bite Beauty mascara. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch that video, because that mascara, it's legit. Expensive, but legit. But yeah, I mean, as I said, I just don't think the results are so incredible. Not to mention, you can clearly see that they tight-lined to make it look like her lashes or their lashes are fuller at the base. That wasn't the mascara's doing. That was the eyeliner. But anyways, we are gonna try this out. I'm gonna put my skepticism aside and try this very famous mascara out. We are gonna put this to the test. We're gonna see how it does. And we're gonna do this together. So, get you zoomed in. The rest of my makeup is obviously already done. Packaging looks like mascara. The tube looks like, or the wand looks like most mascara wands. Skinnier one, a bit tapered. Also, it looks like slightly rounded maybe, but I really am quite garbage at talking while putting on eyeliner or mascara, so I'm gonna speed through this first coat and I'll show you the results. Alright, so there we go. One coat on my top and bottom lashes. It looks good, but it looks like a very typical mascara, but most mascaras are that way. It's really, in my opinion, the second coat that gets the results. So I'm gonna do that before the first coat dries. Alright, there we go. There is the two coats. I mean, listen, my lashes look fine, but is my mind blown? No. You can see the little fibers that kind of gather at the ends of the lashes. I tend to just kind of smoosh those out because I don't like the look of it. Overall, did it define my lashes? Yes, absolutely. Did it lengthen? A little bit. A little bit. Did it volumize? I'm not so sure. I think it looks best on my lower lashes. I think it did a really good job making my lower lashes look good, but you know, overall, it just looks like an average mascara. It was a little clumpy going on at some points, but overall, I thought the wand was easy to work with. It's a bit flexible. Really reminds me of the Bad Gal Bang mascara from Benefit in terms of the wand being bendy and all of that. Formula-wise though, I think the Bad Gal Bang does better in terms of volume and length, but it's also a much more wet formula, so this one, it's still on the wet side, but it's definitely drier than that. So that is that. I'm gonna get on with my day, live my life, test out the mascara, and hopefully I will have good news at the end of the night. But even if it's bad news, I will still be checking in and seeing you all at the end of the night. So I will see you all at the end of the night. Ready? Ding! Hello everyone, good evening. It's the end of the night here on day 1. Technically even it's day 2 because it's 1 o'clock in the morning. It's been a long time since I stayed up this late, but when trashy TV is good, sometimes you just gotta binge it. And that's exactly what happened tonight. Married at First Sight Australia, season 6? Thanks. I know it's an oldie, but I hadn't seen it yet. And so far, what they've aired in America, it's a goodie. But yeah, did I really explain, since it's 1 in the morning, technically it's day 2, since I will be wearing this mascara when I wake up and have my day tomorrow, but technically I guess it's still day 1, because we count our days by our sleeps, right? Kind of. Anyways, here it is, mascara. It has felt just fine, very lightweight, like I don't even have anything on my lashes. I don't really think there was too much flaking. There's just the eensy teensy tiniest little bit, you know, on my left eye where it's kind of smudged and flaky looking. That's mainly from when I stabbed myself when I was applying it. So, ugh. Stabbed my eye. Why? Don't really take that into account or consideration. My right eye though is where you can see little I think there's like 3 or 4 flakes. They're so tiny and minuscule, but I figured I'd point them out. Otherwise, it looks good. I am curious to keep testing it. I mean, hopefully, maybe, because you know, sometimes with mascaras, it's like when you use it for the first time, it just isn't at its peak performance. It's the second time you go to use it sometimes that it just, for some reason, it took that second time around. So we'll see. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I will understand the hype a bit better after a couple more days of testing. I will take you all along with me and let you know those results in just a second here. Ready? Ding! Hello everyone. Good evening, end of the night here on day 3 of testing, where I have things to tell you. So, let me show you as I do that telling. You all saw what the mascara looked like on day 1, so for day 2, I went ahead and put it on like usual, and it went on just as well, I thought, as day 1, you know, pretty easy to apply, but I did think, as I predicted, it looked a little bit better. It just, I don't know why, sometimes, most of the time, when it comes to mascara, it just, the first time isn't the greatest. Unfortunately, once again, you know, because the mascara is wet, I was a little messy and it smudged a bit along my left upper lash line. However, you know, it's not that big of a deal. I thought it looked fine. Once again, definitely defined my lashes. I just was wishing that it gave a bit more volume. I was also very curious because this was going to be like the ultimate testing day, because I have mentioned in previous videos, but I've been having some really bad back pain the past few weeks, so I've been going in to see my uncle, who is a chiropractor, to try and get me all fixed up. And if you have ever or never been to a chiropractor, you may or may not know that your face is basically squished into a board, you know? And so I knew my lashes were gonna get squished, and since I have very watery eyes, my eyes always end up watering onto the little sanitary paper that they put on top of the pillow. And either way, I was curious to see how the mascara performed with all of that. I did also want to mention that my uncle complimented me. Like, I had seen him for the past week, and so he had been seeing me very often for a few days already, but I hadn't been wearing makeup on those days because, as I said, I knew that my face was going to get smushed into a mat, but I was testing the mascara, and he noticed. He said how pretty I looked, but he couldn't like put his finger on it. He just thought I looked really pretty that day for whatever reason, and I was like, I know, it's the mascara. It makes a difference, it really does. And I didn't think it did too bad getting all smushed. It was a little bad on my left side. My lashes looked a little wonky afterwards, but whatever, no big deal, I guess. I was just very pleased that throughout the day, I almost forgot I was wearing mascara. It's that lightweight of a formula, so that's good. There was no flaking at the end of the night, not that I could see, but it did look a little smudged, and as I said, my lashes were a little wonky on the left side, I'm assuming from the chiropractor visit. So on day 3 here, mainly just another day of testing. I did put on some black liner on my top lash line just to kind of hide the smudginess that happens. I do that with any mascara that I know is kind of notorious or infamous for smudging along my upper lash line or lower lash line if it's a really wet formula. So I did that just to hide it today, and also because I wanted to see what the mascara, you know, some mascaras, they don't work with liner, like a thick winged liner, if they don't provide enough oomph, you know, you can't see your lashes past that liner. So I wanted to see how this did, and I think, you know, it looks okay with liner, but it doesn't provide any volume, and certainly didn't provide as much length as I personally like when I'm wearing mascara and liner. But you know, it went on just fine once again, and throughout the day today it has worn exactly the same as it has the past couple days. Barely any smudge and flaking at the end of the night here. It has felt super lightweight and flexible throughout the day. But overall, I mean, if you ask me, I personally don't understand the hype of this mascara. However, there are pros and cons, so maybe it's one that you will enjoy based on a listing out of those factors. So to begin with the pros, I do have to give it credit that it separates and defines the lashes. It really does if you want a very natural lash look. It also stays on all day, the formula, and as I said, it's very flexible and touchable. You know, you can rub on your lashes and it doesn't cause it to flake or anything, and it also doesn't smudge throughout the day due to oils on the skin and that sort of a thing, and it barely flakes. So those are all good things. However, as I said, the formula is not for me, and that is because of the cons, which are that it can be a little clumpy and not difficult to apply, but application isn't perfect, that's for sure. The main thing, I guess, being that because it's such a wet formula, which I do prefer a wet formula on my mascaras, just to note, but it is the kind where, since you have to wiggle it around and work with it so much, it's very prone to smudging along, you know, the skin along your lash line. So if you don't like that, maybe something to consider. Huge con for me is that this gives like zero volume, pretty much, for me anyways, to my lashes. And I only list that, you know, if this was only a lengthening mascara, I wouldn't mention it. But this mascara promises sky-high length and full maximum volume. Where? And also, something that I haven't mentioned before, this stuff is a freaking bugger to remove. I mean, I think that partially has to do with why it lasts so well throughout the day, even though it's not waterproof. But even my Holy Grail balm cleanser that gets off some of the most stubborn waterproof mascara I've ever worn has trouble melting this off. It really does. And that's unfortunate. I hate mascaras that are super difficult to remove at the end of the day because it can hurt, like, not hurt, but like it's just a bugger and it's extra rubbing, and I just don't want to put in that extra work most days, you know. Maybe if I'm going, you know, back in the days when weddings were a thing and whatnot, but like if I'm going to a very special occasion or whatever, I don't mind putting in that effort at the end of the night because I don't want my makeup to look bad throughout the day, like I want perfection. But for most days, on lazy days, casual days, I really don't care. And then at the end of the night, it's just an easy rub, swish, and it's off. I like that. This stuff, I can't even imagine what the waterproof is like. I know, I remember reading reviews and it was like, all of my lashes fell out. So I wonder if that's because it's like somehow even harder to remove. The waterproof version, I don't know, but either way, there you go. There is my review on this very highly hyped mascara from TIK TOK. Please let me know in the comments down below if you agree or disagree with me about not quite understanding the hype of this mascara. As I said, you are welcome to your opinion. You can disagree with me, but you know, it would be interesting for me anyways to see if there is anyone else who agrees with me. Either way, just leave me comments down below, or if there are any other TikTok or whatever ultra hyped products that you want me to review here on my channel for a future weekly wear. I love getting that feedback from y'all. You could also just let me know if you enjoyed the video, found it helpful, whatever the case may be, by giving it a thumbs up down below. I would really appreciate it. And if you're new here, hey, hi, hello, how are you? You can go ahead and subscribe. You can typically tap that notification bell down below and become a member of my casserole family here on my channel. I'd love to have you here. And as always, I just hope you guys are all doing well. And until next time, just stay well until then. Bye!